We're out here getting ready to try for deer number 2. Yesterday, I figured the cold had something to do with it, which I was pretty much right. It did have a little bit to do with it. But I was sitting on the bed looking out the window out here and seeing a little deer out here eating, one of the youngsters, and seeing a big one coming in. I was watching him. He throwed his head up in the air and started sniffing. He's trying to win something. And he was looking up on the hill. Well, it wasn't very long after that, he bolted and went down into the field and didn't come back unless it was later than 11 o'clock last night. But he was here. He still had his antlers. It's a big 8 that we ain't seen for a while. I kind of figured the coyotes might have had something to do with it. I'm going to try to get a game caller for after deer season and start calling in coyotes and seeing if we can get us a coyote. We got so many of them running around here, they're a nuisance. They're that bad. People's losing their dog. I lost over 800 chickens to a bobcat. And I think bobcat should be pretty well set on his freezer down there. But yeah, we all got to do something to take care of a problem. Got to have chickens to have eggs, and right now eggs is $5 a dozen. I never got $5 a dozen out of fresh eggs, but if I had a bunch right now, I bet I could get $3.50 out of them a dozen. But they're good eggs. Take one of them fresh brown eggs, boil and bust it. Have a piece of fried bread to dip it in. You got some good eating right there. Today, for dinner, I thawed out last night, laid out a big rack of ribs. I got them in the oven. They're almost ready. Chrissy's watching the barbecue sauce. When it gets ready, she can pull them out and cover them up with the foil. When she gets ready to eat, she have at it. Some mashed potatoes and green beans will go good with that. But me, I can care less. I'm happy with just the meat alone. Kind of like the deer meat. I took the last inner loin and sliced it real, well, I wouldn't say real thin, but thin, and then chopped it up in little pieces this morning and made breakfast burrito type things out of it. Used a wrap and put cheese on it and spread it out on there and capped it with another one for her and browned it on both sides. It was pretty good. There's so much you can do. Maybe tomorrow I might make up some noodles. I don't know. I was kind of hoping my boy would stop by or to give him one of them ribs and some deer sausage. It's supposed to be warmer, but it sure don't feel like it in here. But that's okay. We'll get her done here. I'm gonna have to finish insulating this building up this summer on my downtime when it's raining. Come in here and do something. And then I gotta try to save some money up and get some metal to go on it. Hey, look, lady, welcome in. The 8 point last night come in, the big 8. I ain't seen him in a good while. But he was kind of spooky too, so I think maybe the coyote might be here because he looked up on the hill and then he bolted down into the field and didn't come back until later. I got some batteries for the camera, so if it's a coyote and they're tracking them through here, I'll have pictures of it. I want to try sometime this year to have hats, bait towels for fishing, mugs, keychains, and stuff like that. I just got to get everything set up and learn how to do it. I had to get Chrissy to edit that short out. And then Troy got a hold of me. Thanks to Troy, he teach me another way of doing it. It's a little bit simpler. Because us crazy hillbillies have to have things that's a little simple. What's up, Chris? It's going, Bob. I went over and got some batteries for the camera today and picked up a few other things. Had to get some medication, Chrissy's inhaler, and come home and messing around a little bit on the computer and threw some ribs in the oven. But yeah, if that is the coyote, he'll be picked up on the camera because he usually cuts through right there along the edge of the brush and goes right down into the field. Uh, I was tired, man. After I got it all processed, I was pretty much wore out the day I cut it up. I was hurting pretty good, but it had to be done. Um, my stomach's all tore up again. I don't know what's wrong with that. I gotta talk to the doctor, man. It ain't right. End up belching, and I don't know, real nasty. And you end up with diarrhea and everything else. I don't know what it is. I laid off the salads for over a week, and it still come back. I thought maybe it might have been the medications, and one of them I was taking. I quit taking it. No. I don't got no sled. Yeah, four-wheeler. I ride down there and get them once I get them where I can get the four-wheeler to them. I ain't doing no more than I have to. Makes things a lot easier. Take a rope and put around them. Lift the head up off the ground. Tie it to the back rack and you're good to go. I'm kind of shocked that the arrow is in good shape. It didn't break, didn't shatter. Bent the blade a little bit, but nothing to really hurt anything, you know. I can straighten it. But I do like I normally do. Yeah, me too. I know when I took the pills for over 2 years, or since they started giving them to me, I took them and wasn't eating on it, you know. So I was taking them on an empty stomach, and they caused me to have holes in my belly. So that's where the loss of blood they think was going to. So I got to figure that out. I just don't need to be no more downtime. I'm just now starting to get a little closer to being what I'd say caught up. I still got prune trees yet, best I can, you know. I swear I'll tell you that dog is going to end up being a deer tracker. Yep. Yeah, they enjoying it. Squirrels will probably be down here shortly. I really didn't feel like doing this, but I know that we need it, and it's got to get done. Doesn't matter how bad I feel. If I can move and walk, I'm out here. I have to be feeling pretty rough. But that's the way I am when it comes to hunting and stuff like that. I mean, there was mornings I woke up and didn't feel like doing nothing, but I still went in the woods and took a little short walk, you know, 3 or 4 hours, digging roots. Heard that. Yeah, I ain't tried that radio out that I got from the family home up there. I need to get me a power cord. I really just need some alligator clips to do it. And if I blow out protective diode, I just go in and cut it. It's a Cobra radio, so it's a good radio. Good name brand anyway. I wish I had my chrome one back I had in my semi. I shouldn't have never sold it, but well, I needed money. I talked all the way to New York from out of my truck going out 56 towards Circleville. Then I talked to the guy again when I got up on 23. It was a good little radio pushing about 50 watts out the back. Had a big old 600 watt sitting in the floor. All you had to do is reach down and flip a switch. I know one guy when I was growing up that was a worldwide talker, and that was 521. He's probably no longer alive right now. Whoever ended up with his equipment has got some good stuff. You can walk by his van and hold up a fluorescent bulb and it'll light up. There was so much power in there. He had to drive and talk because if he sat still, they would find him. You ever heard a guy called Love Machine out of Columbus, Ohio? I changed my handle to Rooster when I moved down here. The guys on the dock gave me the name, and I used to talk when I go out 35 to, daggone, trying to think of his name. He drives 35 out of West Virginia to Ohio. Nitro. I could hear him sometimes when I was clear down on 23, down around Ashland. Yeah. This was just straight radio. I know I had a Palomar 500 that knocked me down to my knees. Heard that. Yeah, sometimes they're good, sometimes they ain't. I got out of most of all that stuff. Sold my 2000, sold the Palomar. Yep. I was gonna buy a Palomar, but I got, what was that, Texas Star 600. Yeah, there you go. That's big radio. Yeah, I run K40 on some of them, but I went to that Wilson 500, and man, you talking about an antenna. I run two of those on my semi. It's hard to beat them 500s. Go see Babbitt. I'm wearing one of them hats right now that we're going to be putting the logos on this year if everything goes right. As soon as they get figured out, I'm going to see how good a quality they are. They're nothing spectacular, but they'll be at a price that everybody can afford. You know what I mean? $35 is a little steep for a hat. Yeah, know all about the TV situation. I was coming through a guy's speakers while he was in bed. Yeah. And it's real good to go through McDonald's and turn on that linear. You can talk all you want and they'll hear you inside. Um, yeah, these hats here, I mean, to wear them every single day if you're working and all that. Why would you want to mess up a $30-some hat? Yeah. I call them dress hats. You wear them when you go out. These just be like a normal everyday hat. It'll be cheap enough, you know, if it lasts is 3 or 4 months, it's done itself good, you know. Really? I never heard of that. Wow, that's something. Dude, maybe you could do a text to talk and not even have a program. I tried to look up on how to edit on YouTube. Thought I had one, pulled it up, and it was about doing it on the phone. I don't want to mess with no phone. I want to do it in the house. I don't want to have to hold something in my hand. I'm like Fred Sanford. I might get arthritis, you know what I mean? My hand will be cramped up, like rider's cramp or something like that. Well, I wanted to make it short of the deer hunt. Chrissy did it for me on her phone, on my phone, and then Troy called me and showed me how to do it on, showing us how to do it another way on the computer. It'll take me a couple times playing around to actually get it right. Got 7 great people in here. Appreciate y'all. Bullets and barbecue. Welcome in, bud. Appreciate it. Thank you. It ain't the one I wanted, but time was getting short. I had to get one in the freezer, you know what I mean? Or I would have had to shoot one of the little ones. There was about 60 pounds of meat there with that deer. I threw it a little bit away because it was a little boogered up a little. I mean, the way I shot it, it was a bad lick on that. Guess who? Potential spam. I don't want to talk to you. Get enough spam calls on the house phone. Yeah, the big 8 point, I was hoping he would come in, or the 10. The 12's missing. I ain't seen him in a while. That might have been the one that lost his horns. So they might be laying around here somewhere. I just gotta get my dog and go walking up through there. She'll figure it out because she's already tracking them down here on the side of the hill. If she finds one, I'll know it. She'll be all excited and lay down and start chewing on it. If she gets a new toy, she'll act real proud and prance and carry on, showing it off. But I can be in there playing games and stuff with the guys, and all of a sudden she just breaks out and starts barking. I come in there, look, she's sitting on the bed looking out the window at the deer. So I pretty much got her started. What's up, Lee Evans? How you doing, brother? You staying warm? The little boss lady growing, I bet. Del Hay Swift, welcome in, buddy. Yeah, that's good, man. As long as she's okay. Gotta keep her away from that old mean grandma. She'll teach her bad things. What's up, Randy? Man, that one that ain't got no horns is a pretty good sized deer. If it shows up. Only thing I don't like about YouTube is they can't get nobody on panel. Kind of makes it bad. Yeah, I can't eat the horns for sure. But they're an added bonus. If that deer goes until next year, if it was the 12 that dropped his horns, he's gonna be cruising 180 some pound deer. Because that 8-pointer went out of here last night. I was watching out the window. He's got some meat on his bones. That or a whole lot of fat. I mean, he was wide. Yeah, a nice rack would be good. But I'm done for rack hunting this year. It has to be 3 inches or less. All right, Chris. Mike Irvin will be in here in a little bit. It's roughly about almost 6:15 tonight. Sunset and time to quit. Sunset's 5:43 or something like that, 44. Really don't know if you get the boy to lay out some chicken. We'll fix some chicken and noodles tomorrow. And I can freeze some of them ribs for another day. And then tomorrow I'll lay out some pinto beans, soup beans, and make some cornbread, cut up a big onion. Yeah, boy. It's just sad that the deer fat on the deer is nasty. Yeah. 55 days, huh? Well, I got 55 days to trim these trees. That sounds good too. Take the chicken breast, cut it up, put it in a pan, brown a little bit with butter till it gets done. Throw it in some cream of chicken and some noodles. Yeah, boy. I tried tomato gravy, Lee. I didn't care for it. Either I made it wrong or something. I mean, to me, it just ain't for me. Yeah, they got, I guess that's what you call it. Ew. I poured a can of tomato sauce in there, or tomato juice, and it just wasn't right. I tasted the tomato juice out of the can. I didn't care for it either. But now what we canned up was pretty good stuff coming out of a quart jar. I usually keep me a jar in the refrigerator if I want something to drink. Put a little salt and pepper in that, stir it up real good. Mm-mm-mm. Especially on a hot summer day, a good cold glass of tomato juice. Or buttermilk and pepper. J-Dog's in the house. What's up, little dog? I like that video of Tara, man. That was pretty good. Are you addicted? That ain't too bad. I never thought I could have laid out some of them pork chops that was in there. Give me an idea. Making pork chops and then make me some brown grease to go with it, with the coffee, pork chop renderings. Let it cool down, pour it in something, freeze it, thaw it out when I need it. When we have biscuits. Yep, they sure are. I used to not care for them that much. Man, hurting under that left shoulder blade. Been like that about all day. I'll forget all about that shoulder when that deer walks in. It's funny how that stuff happens. So you can be hurting real bad, be sitting on the boat and your rod goes down. Your clicker's screaming like it's hooked to a V8 engine. Yeah, for some reason you just forget about the pain. Look like we're gonna get in the 40s next week. Couple days. I'll definitely be out here then. Providing nothing's holding me up. Yeah. I get a wall mount heater out here, like we're running in the house. Chrissy could come out here and shoot her one. It wasn't so much of a hassle of taking that one and bringing it out here, you know? About halfway tempted to go buy me a bunch of them moving blankets and staple them to the walls and the ceiling for insulation. I hear a Cessna flying around out there. Yeah, that too. If I was making a studio out of it, I'd use them egg cartons out of them big boxes you get at Walmart and staple them to the wall. Yeah. studio room. Yeah, everything, anything works good for insulation. Even little scrap pieces of wood, if you glue them to the wall, man, that's 2 inches of wood there. You know, once it gets warm, it'll hold heat. I'm just gonna put up here for a ceiling. I'll probably run some plywood up there. And I'll put a thin layer of bifold up there. Or that fan foil, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, it's pink insulation is what it is. I just unfolded it and stapled it to the ceiling. I'm lacking probably 6 inches on each side of it to cover it all. I've got a few more pieces over there. I might be able to get one side. I just don't know. I know when I was working over there at the sawmill delivering wood and stuff to these new complexes they're building, I was getting stuff there too, where they was chucking it out. Still have plenty of stuff left on the roll, you know, the carpet and stuff. Seen some vinyl flooring and shoot, it was real cold. I went over and grabbed it and bent it, and normally it'll snap. But this stuff didn't snap, it bent. I was like, wow, that's pretty good stuff. I took it, I had enough to do a countertop with it, you know, till I got tile to go on it. It's tile sitting in the house right now. I'm just waiting to get the canopy done over top of the sink or the cabinet. Then I can put my tile down and do my backsplash. I can do it in one day. And she can set everything up there that she wants to set up there. Got 9 wonderful people and appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out. Figured it'd be a good place to start to do a live or way everybody come in, talk, chat, hang out. I gotta get a little Uncle Lou and see what kind of fire stick he's got. He's picking up stuff that I used to pick up. I don't know what's wrong with mine. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's definitely feels colder than what it did the other day out here. Don't understand it. Temperature's warmer than what it was. It's weird. Yeah, my decoy went and stuck to the ground out there. I just set it up and took a few shots with this bow today to see if it was me or if the bow's actually off. 40 yards ain't, 30, 40 yards ain't bad for a deer to go and that's it, you know? All right, brother, take care. Be safe. We'll see you in a little bit. I really don't know how long I'm going to be out here. I can't believe it's that I'm cold. Guess because I didn't eat any hot food lunchtime. This time if you make up a little wrap or something, or one of them little small wraps. Time to pull it out and set it on the stove or on the table. It's already cooled down. Should have made me some noodles. Well, it would be nice to see Big one walk in right now, but I know it ain't gonna happen. Cause deer's on their own time schedule. If they're running 3 miles, they're gonna run that 3 miles in 24 hours. If something holds them up or chases them, it's gonna take them a little longer to get where they're going, to get back here. Feel that air coming through the window. It was colder than yesterday. Got a lot of tracks out there. Paths going up the hill behind the house. And you can't go a foot without hitting a track. Anywhere on the hillside. I've got a field down there across the road at the end of this field. It's got plenty of tracks too. What's up, Curtis? Welcome in, buddy. Big Mike. Yeah. Can't kill him with a 12-point Mike. Chrissy ain't out here. Like I said, if that 12-point might have been him last night that lost his antlers. I'd hate to shoot a 12 that lost his antlers and knowing next year he could be almost a 200-pound deer. But I need meat for the freezer. I don't really need it. It would be nice to have. Let me put it that way. I mean, it does save on the grocery bill on ground meat. But I'm amazed over at sausage turning out this year like it did. That I'd probably grind up some meat and stick back and ride on there for sausage making. Yeah, I gotta start buying some seed up so I can plant some turnips over there and maybe some pumpkins. I don't know. If I know that I could get sugar cane to grow here with a lot less work, I'd probably do that too. I seen them taking, put them sugar babies in a strainer. When they start growing, it lets them get air underneath them. And they grow good. That and pumpkin. I don't know what they're going to do with that pumpkin gets big as the ones over here in Circleville for the pumpkin show. They ain't going to have no strainer that big. We lifted a 400 and some pound pumpkin up. Hey, Rustic, welcome in, buddy. We lifted a 472 pound pumpkin up, 4 guys with a sheet, and loaded it in the back of a pickup truck. I didn't think it could be done, but we did it. Myself, I'd get me a cargo net and wrap it and pick it up and set it in there. No, that's probably not jealousy you're smelling, J-Dog. I'm sorry. Dang on, man. I got a little work to do here. Make me a couple paths through there to where I'm not walking through a briar thicket like I did the other night. I thinned it down some through there, and it wasn't too bad. To get him, Troy. uh, oh man, that's big sexy. Now, J-Dog, he's used to running police cars. He knows to keep tools with him. The man needs. Oh, a great moo moo. Uh, when Troy was little, he used to be the baby New Year. Now he lost all of his hair. I don't think I could hunt with Troy. There wouldn't be a dull moment out here, I tell you. If Troy would show up here, there'd be so many people show up, it wouldn't be funny. They'd be riding horses over here to see Troy. Hitchhiking, walking. Oh man. I guess I can call this half-inch plywood subflooring and then buy me some boards and nail them down later. That'd be one way of doing it. Chrissy, is them ribs done yet? Or shall I say the barbecue sauce? Ribs been done. They're so tender a fork won't stick in them. I can pull the bones out of them. Okay. You can eat them anytime you want. Don't wait on me. Things go right, I'll bring my dinner in the house with me. I don't care if it is a couple Cardinals. I beat you to it, Curtis. So shut up. Hey, looky here, there's Bug Man. No, I ain't seen nothing yet. Appreciate you coming in, Buggy. You know you're more welcome. Come up anytime. Next deer season, I should have enough money I can hire somebody to clean the windows for me. Boy, now that's a pretty bright red bird out there behind that tree. I don't know if you can see him on camera or not. There he comes out. But he's real bright. Guess it's all that good eating he's been getting. I'm just wondering if they're young, they get bright colors, and as they get older, they start getting darker. I gotta get them saws going real soon too. Get up there on the road and cut them wood up there if I get a battery. I gotta find a top post battery and side post. One for the van and one for the truck. Then when I get a little spare time, I'll cut the bed off the old truck, throw it on the trailer, call it scrap. Then I'll clean it up and see how good the frame is. If it's in decent shape, I'll put me a flatbed on there. Put me a little winch and boom on it. I couldn't find it. I did the pull down. I didn't see it nowhere. And if I'd done that, if you would have tried to message me, I wouldn't have been able to hear it or see it. Because I don't know how to work a phone, Curtis. I'm old school. Just like when I wanted to do that short, I wanted to do it on YouTube on my computer, and I couldn't do it, couldn't figure it out. She come in there and did it on my phone. But all the videos I looked up, thought it would be cool. It's all on the phone. I'd rather be sitting comfortable and doing it than to sit there and hold that phone in my hand and try to do it. I'm lucky to type a message without messing it up. I'm worse than talk to text. You don't keep on, Curtis, I won't come over and pee off your roof again. You know, like you're gonna see me climbing up there, huh? You be videoing that. take 2 steps up a ladder and start breaking out in sweat. Curtis, you need to come over this summer, man. I'll take you up there to the park and show you how to dig ginseng. Or up in the woods here. I know if you get caught digging over there at, what park was that? I mean, they had ginseng growing right off the trail. If you got caught digging it, you'd be in real big trouble. Yeah, bluegrass, it was about 2 days ago. I did a short on it. That way you don't have to watch the whole video. There's a short out. Uncle Lou! If that hornless feller comes in, I'm shooting. If Chrissy was out here, she could shoot that 10 or 12. All right, bluegrass, appreciate you coming in. By the way, I gotta get rid of some of this ice or clean the steps off a little bit better before Chrissy can come out here if she wants to come out. Because I gotta watch what I do when I step out the door here. Come off and block. I ain't got steps built yet, I just got blocks sitting up there. I'm country boy. My house used to set on blocks too. Well, this one does too, if you really want to get technical about it. Yeah, that little feller, if they're gonna come in, he'll be in here by 6 o'clock easy. Uncle Chief, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Next time I go to Chillicothe, I gotta go to the donut shop. Tried to get Chrissy to go with me today, but she didn't. I try to get some on live when I'm hunting. I mean, I pay my dues. You gotta do your research and everything. It took me a while to get this place here to know what it would do. Thank you, Uncle Duke. He wasn't no monster. The other 8 pointers, that I ain't seen in 2 weeks. He come in last night. He is huge. I swear it looks like his hips wider than a thermos bottle across. Easy. But I was looking out the bedroom window last night and saw him when he took off down the field. I gotta eliminate some coyotes and I'm about ready to do that. Yeah. We weighed out everything. It come to 55, but I threw probably 5 pounds away, a little dinky pieces and stuff that I probably could have used. But man, it's a lot of trouble standing there washing every single little piece. And one big chunk had some inners on it, and I didn't want to try to clean it because it might have had the flavor already embedded in the meat. Yeah, that's not too bad, Uncle Lou. That's a small 8-point, but it was better than shooting that one little itty bitty feller that was there with him that night. No, I don't know if that was him or not, because I got two small ones, one that's got horns and one that don't. I can't remember. I know the one last night didn't have horns come in. There was a little one eating. He walked up there and dropped his head down, and after he popped his chest out, kind of like J-Dog, throw that chest out there, and then he dropped his head. That little deer moved out of the way. He knowed what was happening. You don't mess with the big boy. Kind of wish my grandkids was up here. He could have popped that one. That would have made him a nice first buck. It really would have. And the sad thing is, I don't have the extra funds to have it mounted for him. That's the bad thing. And it probably cost me about $800 this trip around to have it done by the guy that did mine and Chris's. We got two beautiful deer in there on the wall, an 8 and a 10. Yeah. Uncle Jeep up here in, hey, Billy, welcome in. Up in Columbus and Grove City, there's a place over there. It's got jerky and exotic meats, and they had a little cooler, and it had deer meat in it. This has been about 5 years ago or so. $14.99 a pound. Troy just bought some. He said the price ain't dropped much. It cost him $25 for 2 pounds of meat. Down there where Billy lives, them deer are so stupid down there, they walk up to you and you sitting on a four-wheeler. Yeah, add 55 up to $14.99. That's a pretty good chunk of change for meat. But I guess you have to have a license to sell it, and they're coming off a farm. I was sitting down there on the four-wheeler up there at Wilo, up there at Rebel Rock, up around in that area. Man, I was just sitting there, and we was talking, this deer come walking out of nowhere, coming towards me. I was like, what in the world? This deer's done lost his mind. He was a nice little buck. I mean, he wasn't no monster, but, it's eatable down there. And he come walking up. He was within 20 feet of me before he turned around and walked away. If I had a crossbow or something, that would have been meat on the table. I couldn't believe it. But down there, myself, I'd be looking for bear if I was down there. Really? I didn't know. That's probably why he walked up to me. We was, oh, we wasn't too far from when you top up over the hill there in Ackerville. Holler there. You know how you go up there and go up the top of the hill, and that's the way we went. Top up, make a left, and go out through there. We was probably, oh, I'm gonna say probably a good 100 yards away. I miss riding down there. Everybody down there that I know ain't got four wheelers anymore and don't do nothing like that. Chrissy's uncle, his health ain't in the greatest shape. Bub, if I get some money up, I'll be talking to you. Man, I got two front bare shoulders off of a bear once. And it was good eating. I love it. I'd figure a guy grind that up would be good eating too. Make some burgers out of it. It's got like a sweet taste to it. I guess that's what drawed me to it so bad. I barbecued some and I rolled it in flour, fried it after I cooked it. Man, you talking about good. If I lived down there, that's how I would make it through the winter. I don't know who that is. Sugar Creek, Ohio. I don't know who that is. I know where Sugar Grove is. I don't know nothing about no Sugar Creek. Probably somebody wanting to get blood out of a turnip, I guess. Don't call me people, I'm broke. Just any deer that ain't got horns that's bigger than a baby. Our bucks is dropping horns up here, so they're legal to shoot. Anything that's got antlers less than 3 inches is considered a doe. Well, if things go right and I can get some money, I'll be buying a game caller and I'll be hunting coyotes and bobcats and stuff. Foxes. I ain't seen a whole lot of fox, but I imagine they're still here if the coyotes ain't killed them. Yeah, less than 3 inches. Anything less than 3 inches is considered a doe. I sent that to Chrissy on her phone where I found it on ODNR. I just didn't know how they did that. Because I never really started dropping deer until I went to using a crossbow and compound bows. When I started bow hunting, that's when I started getting deer. I was 16 years old and had a shotgun and couldn't hit a deer. I don't know if I hit it or not, to be honest with you. It went around the side of the hill, and I wouldn't want the deer after it went around there anyway. It probably looked like Swiss cheese. It had so many holes in it. I didn't know there was that many people around there. But I was hunting in a state park and it was real cold. Dad and the neighbor guy across the street, I call him Grandpa, they kind of took me in. He was down here hunting and we stopped by there and I said, I don't know where you guys sitting here resting and all that, eating lunch, whatever. I'm gonna walk down through here for a minute. I'll be right back. Got down there, man. Turned around, stood there for a little bit, and started walking back. Looked to my left. Here comes this buck walking up the hill, strolling along. And when I turned, he saw me and he jumped sideways, and I started blasting. He went around the hill, and the only thing I heard was boom, 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 boom. I guess that's kind of why, I went to bow, because a buddy of mine got shot over here at Caldwell Cliffs out of Logan, Ohio. Some young boy with a big long barreled pistol. His thermos fell over and the boy whipped it out and started pointing that gun down there where he heard the, yeah, me too, Billy, where he heard the noise. And I whistled. I went back up to the truck. I was by myself. Hey, Lisa, sis, hope everything's okay down that way. Hey, there goes a rabbit. He's on the other side of the thicket. I got up to the truck and was sitting there, started up, let the truck warm up a little bit, was drinking coffee and eating my sandwich. Heard a peck on my window, and I turned around, it was my buddy. I said, I didn't think he was coming down today. He goes, I wasn't, but last minute I changed my mind. Figured I better show up and try to get one. He said, I about got shot. I said, was that you down there with the thermos? He goes, yep. I said, I didn't know who it was. I just knew that I was getting out of there before somebody did get shot. You don't point a gun at somewhere just because you hear a noise. And you don't point a gun and fire it until you see what's on the other side of your target. They might be a guy standing over there in the bushes or something over. I mean, that bullet, it'll travel through that deer and out the other side through the bushes and stuff and hit the person on the other side, possibility. I wasn't raised that way. If I did something that crazy, my dad would have put a size 8 up my butt. And that's with a 2-inch heel. And work shoes don't feel too good. And I raise my grandkids the same way. I try to teach them that they want to learn. I will teach any kid how to hunt because that might be their means of survival someday. I will take them with me and show them what roots to dig to make money. But nowadays, stuff like that, you can't compete the games. Games is a guy that won. They don't want to learn nothing. Most of the kids nowadays playing on their phone and stuff. Huh. Ain't that wild? My chat's staying up here, and I don't know why. What do I do? That's cool. I must have done something to get the chat to stay. Unless it's paused, I don't know. No. Camera's still running. I get a skunk, I'll skin that thing out and fix it up and send it to Aaron down there. Let regulators wear it. Got 9 great people in here. Appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out. Look like the honeysuckle down through there got dark. It was a little brighter than that. That cold spell must have messed with it a little bit. I know I got a lot of stuff here to cut out and let new grow back. Might tell me some of them tame blackberries like I've seen down in West Virginia. Them suckers is huge. Get me a couple of those. I know there's raspberries in here and some blackberries, but it's so thick it's hard to get to them. Oh, okay. It froze, that's what happened. Okay, Uncle Jeep, I appreciate it, buddy, you dropping in. Thank you again. I sure will. We'll see you later, buddy. Enjoy your dinner. Huh, there it goes. And for some reason it stayed on. I don't know. It's different. I got used to StreamYard. Know what it was. It's chilly out here. We'll get it. Could be where I ain't feeling the best too, causing that. Teresa, welcome in. Right now we just bird watching right now. The squirrels probably come down here in a little bit. We're just waiting on a deer to walk through. That better? Got 10 great people in here. Appreciate y'all coming in. It's about as good as it's gonna get, I guess. Didn't see nothing down in the field. But I can tell you one thing, it is colder out here than yesterday. I gotta get things called up so I can start working on the boat when the weather breaks a little bit. I got a lot of sanding to do on the rails. I'm gonna set up barrels where I can paint on it. I gotta get a hold of Chris's brother to come down and acid the tanks for me and polish them. Tell you what, my coffee ain't even staying more as long as I thought. An hour and a half later. Yeah, it's probably about right. I think I figured out why my leg was sore. There's a bar on this chair that I get up against. I might slice up a pickle tomorrow, dry it off a little bit, let it drain, roll it in some flour and fry it, and have fried pickle chips. Did you like them potato chips I made that was a little thicker than a regular potato chip? They turned out almost like a kettle cook. Hey, Rebel River, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping by. Gaugeability, welcome in. Yeah, be my luck tonight to be a begging if he comes in because I really don't feel good. I shouldn't be out here, but I'm doing what I gotta do. It feels colder than yesterday, but again, it's probably just me. That's just the way my luck is. But if I'm sitting in the house, I'll be playing a game, so. It's warmer in here, I can tell you that. But, alright, you're looking, you get 100 pounder, you're looking at some good good money saved there. It's worth it. Hey, here comes the squirrels. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know which one this is. It's either Eric Curtis or Bugman. If the fourth one shows up, it's probably rusted. Then again, it could be Hog Leg, Stan, Troy, or Old Man Break, Steve Adams. You gotta like Coach. He's I can sit and listen to him tell stories all day long. Where you at there, Buck? Doe, whatever. If a big buck walks in, he just walks in. Which would be good to see, you know? Since I already got the buck, a big monster level walking in now. I'd like to see him start coming in legal time. This year, when season comes back in, I'll try to be out here early. Have more time to hunt. But the temperature's got to be just right. Because it's going to be warm, and you have to hustle to get these deer. I need a freezer for the garage or something. A refrigerator, freezer, something I can store some ice in to pack in the deer. So I get it all worked up. Turn the stereo on and start skinning. A squirrel looking up the hill. You see something up there. 10 great people coming in, hanging out. Appreciate it. At one time, you'd already seen 4 or 5 deer. By now. But the population's down in this area pretty good. Hopefully by next year it'll pick up next season. I know we got 3 does. If they make it, it'll be at least 3 more here. Or 6. I know we had several does one year had twins we was watching. Kind of puts you in mind of 3 women bringing their kids to the park, letting them play. There's another squirrel. Yeah, that littlest one's Bugman. The other one will be down here in a minute. I figure it's probably about 4:30. I figured it was like that. About 4:30 now, huh? Huh. Yeah, if I had another heater in here, Teresa, I'd probably be snoozing right now too. Because you got that heat and the cool air mix. It's 4:56. Wow. Almost a half an hour off. Yeah. I'm kind of shocked the rabbit ain't up here eating. I seen him cross the path down there between the two thickets. Mr. Mike, welcome in. Hey, Gig, if I these squirrels would never come back if they know who I named them. They the only ones I got around here right now. I got used to seeing 10, 15 squirrels out here at a time. Used to see some good fights. But and when they clear cutted it, I lost all of them. Had blind squirrels coming in here. I kept seeing something glow in the dark in the evening, reflection on the tree. Couldn't figure out what it was. I wait till daylight, I go out there and look at what's there. I thought somebody trying to be funny and stick one of them thumbtacks up there. That's reflective. Hey, John Thompson, welcome in. Well, John, I'm just now getting back to it. You never know what you might see on this channel. We do a little bit of everything. I work, tinker with saws and everything, lawnmowers. Gonna be working on the boat shortly. When the weather breaks, I do a little bit of gardening. We do cooking. It really it depends on what's going on. I'm trying to get my channel up a little better than what it is, but it takes money to do things with, and right now I ain't got a whole lot of that, so I appreciate that, John. We got us an 8. There's a short on my channel about it. We're looking for an antlerless deer today using a crossbow. Next year I might use my compound bow just to try to be a little different. Here's some cars running up and down the road over there. But I'm definitely going to have another heater in here for next year, next season. That way I can turn it on about 30 minutes prior to coming out here, and it should heat it up in here. Sit out here and without a jacket on, be more comfortable. Get me an office chair. Then when you get your stuff on and go outside, you freeze to death when you go out there. It'd be like my miniature apartment. That's what people's calling it. Got 13 wonderful people in here. Appreciate y'all. Don't need a bed, you can sleep in a chair. I think you need to restroom, a sink, and a stove. I mean, the buddy heater, you can make you a hot dog thing to hang hot dogs on there. I've already seen that. That's right. Swear, it looks like the wind's blowing way down yonder up on top of the hill. I ain't 100% sure. Hey, there ain't nothing wrong with hot dog gravy, man. Make hot dog gravy, bologna gravy. I just hope nobody has to do that. But it's not bad. We eat it from time to time. It's when you're that step below macaroni and cheese broke. Could you go live so we can hear the snoring? Have a good night, Teresa. Stay warm. Man, oh man. That my knees getting hot. I put my face mask over there on top of it. Let it cool down, then I'll take when it heats up, I'll wrap it around my left hand to warm it up. I swear something ain't right. There ain't no reason for me to be this cold. I'll go in the house though and get my shorts on and eat dinner. Get my house clothes on. Then maybe go play a few games. If I don't lay down and watch TV. I really need to try and reprogram that. But I don't want to have to go get what do they call that? A VP or whatever it is. If I wanted to pay for cable, I'd pay for cable. A VPN, that's it. I kind of need a laptop to do it that way. I ain't straining my eyes looking at a phone trying to put in a code or a link rather. When Cody was on there, I kind of liked it. I mean, get to watch stuff that was in the theaters. And if I can't get to do that now, there ain't no sense in messing with it. It's cold enough to see your breath. I probably should have fired this up about 12 o'clock. While I was on this medication, though, I'd be out in this stuff, not sitting in no building. Throw that strap on that bow, throw it across my shoulder and go. I'd be doing a lot of things if it wasn't for Chrissy. She worries too much. Just cause I'm getting old don't mean I can't do it. I take my time. I got a long walk this year. Gotta walk up that road up through there and see if I can find some mushrooms. If I knew that scooter would work, I'd use it. I don't know if Jody's having her show tonight or not. I know when the boss there of the bait shop wasn't in the office, I know that wasn't going to happen. You know how them slackers are. The boss is away, they don't want to work. Oh, she's live right now? I didn't know if she was going to do anything tonight or not. I believe if a coyote would walk out right now, he'd probably shock me. But he usually runs, like I said, down along that thicket right there going into the field. Then he comes up by the maple tree off to the left and goes up the hill and just gives the outline of where I'm it's awful I'm gonna have to pack a gun around with me. Better reach out there and touch him. I got a little lightweight I can use. But if you're mowing or something, they ain't gonna come in vision of where you can see them. They got tracks, deer tracks all over the front of my yard out here, down by the creek, behind the house on the hill. These deer's all over the place. I will go down there and find a set of horns around my garden area. I know one year a baby fawn come in and was checking the corn out. Got them little round hooves all in my garden. He didn't tear nothing up. He was just checking the corn to see if it was doing good. I'm gonna put out some green beans this year. Some peppers. Got some heirloom Tommy toes. They're bigger than Tommy toes. They're supposed to be real good. When I get them, I'm gonna start them out in some cups and get them going good. I need to get me a sun lamp. I don't know if a heat lamp would be the same thing or not. Probably started around March. March, mid-March or something like that. Put them in butter bowls. That way I can at least have room to put a little stick. Tie them up as they grow. Till I get out there to plant them. Set them on the porch during the day. That way they can get some wind to make their stalk stiff, make it stronger. Might plant some sunflowers out here too, I don't know. Heard you plant sunflowers into your cucumber patch. The cucumbers will grow up your sunflowers. I don't know how true that is, but I know morning glories love sunflowers. They'll climb right up them. Got some moonflowers I gotta get out. I gotta get my beehives set up and ready for this year. I gotta get me some concrete block. I need about 16 of them to do what I need to do. I got a lot of work. Gotta figure out some way to kill the grass and stuff out so I can put my beehives over it. Thought about carpet, but grass grows through that too. Guess I could put a piece of plastic out and throw on some wood chips on top of it. Yeah, I got one stand that they made it through the winter. I lost a swarm last year. Her uncle, I didn't have no bee soup. I still don't got bee soup. But I figured out how I can get around all that. It's a hot situation wearing so many clothes, but I'll make it happen. Actually, I can't really remember what I had on. I know I had this jacket on, my gloves. I got some of the bee suit, just ain't got the body coverage. They don't make it in man size, they make it in little short guys about 4 foot tall. Thought about going over here and buying me some material and making me one. They said they're made out of cotton, but as thin as that was that they sent me, yeah, I don't see it working. The one Christy got me wouldn't even begin to fit me. It fit my grandkids. But that's something he can get into down there where he lives and be able to make him a little bit of money on the side too, and go to school. I'm I'm not no professional by all means. The guy that was teaching me, he passed away. He hides from here too. I don't know how many over here's got bees in it. I gotta do that soon, just as soon as it starts warming up. I gotta go get that cleaned up. That'll probably take me all day. But once I get here, get it set up, it'll be alright. If there's anything left over there worth salvaging, you know? 'Cause he's been gone a couple of years. I almost forgot all about that. He told his wife, said if anything happens to me, Ernie gets my bees. He's the only one that's brave enough to mess with them. The rest of these people around here, boys don't want to get into nothing like that. They ain't got no answers. But what they don't realize, that honey that they get and make from that area is medicine. It's got so many things to help keep a cold away, allergies and all that. Down in the Carolinas, I heard West Virginia honey's going for $25 a quart. That's good money. Especially when you got family that lives down there and you can get out and stay with them and sell it. Squirrels are getting spooked up. They're looking up the hill. Just like raising them game fowl chickens. I had it set up. It took me 10 years to get the bloodline. And then the government did what they did and kind of put me out of business real quick. And the only thing I was doing was going to sell chicks. Yeah, I seen Ted go live off the hook. He seemed like a pretty good old boy there too. I still got what you'd say plenty of time if things fall in place to get another one. It's just I gotta get their timing back to where it needs to be. I'm gonna tell you what, my feet's starting to get cold. Hmm. I think he might be going back to his tree. He didn't go up there to that branch he normally goes to. Yeah, I guess I better put this face mask on. Getting pretty killed. He went up there and sat on the limb. Man, been live for 2 hours and 11 minutes, 50 seconds. We got 8 people in here, that's good. Appreciate that. Hanging out. Need to put me a big screen in here. That way I can sit out here and play games while I'm waiting. 527, heard that, appreciate it. About 30 minutes or so. Well, if they don't come in, they don't come in. I mean, it's been pretty cold. The night I got that one, the squirrel just shot up the tree. He's out of here. Yeah, Call of the Wild. Yeah, the night I got that one, I went in the house and come out here, man. Looked out the window, out the bedroom window, and they out here fighting. There's 3 of them out here. So I figured he might have been out here watching me the whole time. over by the garage. Yeah, I lost my signal there for a second. Well, that one year I was out here, Chrissy said she was watching on the camera. She seen me coming through the field with the pictures, and she said it wasn't even 5 minutes, and there was a deer right in behind me coming in. And when he come in, I was on the other side of the field there, down by the creek, or somewhere around there, you know. So they're not really scared. Yeah, that's what he was doing. He was checking me out, seeing what I was doing. I know at one time when I put corn out, it wouldn't be 15 minutes and it'd be down here. They got used to the four-wheeler or me pouring it out there, smacking the bucket once in a while, and then won't be long they'll be here. Yeah. Blair's getting stiff. Really don't want to get up right now. It being so close, you know. Could be standing right up there on the other side of the trees. Yeah. Huh. They want the Reese cup. Come on, man. Come up off that Reese cup. I know you got one in your pocket somewhere. That or a Baby Ruth or a Payday packed with peanuts. I gotta stretch my legs. That's all there is to it. That might be what it was. No, ain't nothing showed up yet. It's getting close though. Mr. Duggar, welcome in. Um, I got until like 6:05, something like that. Yep. I can tell you what, I am cold. This ain't right. I didn't see nothing on the hill across the road at the neighbors. Normally they run up above his house. He lives on the side of the hill over there. He could shoot one up above her and it'd roll down to his back door. He lived, he went deer me, he used a big rifle and like I said, it would slide clear down to his back door. Yeah, I'm gonna be using Uncle Lou's rod next few times out probably. Since I'm going for the big ones, I need something to hold up. Don't want to break, you know. I'll probably put on about uh, a good 2 pound corn ball with a piece of turnip on it. The other one I'll probably do turnip and melon. I'll cast it out there about the second tree and put the other one out there by the brush pile and slowly crank them in, you know, every so often. Boy, that'd be one heck of a fight, wouldn't it? But it wouldn't work unless they swallowed it. You know, I wonder if they'd eat some popcorn if you'd pop it and put it out there. I know the birds would tear it up. It was like Mr. Redenbacher exploded out there. You make a big old pan of it. I rubbed some peanut butter on a tree once, some old peanut butter. I never did pay attention to it after that. Just give them a treat. Since they eat a Reese cup, I figured that, you know, they would eat peanut butter. You know, this crazy weather needs to break a little bit. I got so much work to do. I could do a little bit, you know, trim it and leave it lay. And then when it starts warming up, where you can stay out a little longer, I could either burn it or put it on the cart and haul it down to the creek and throw it over the creek mouth. As soon as the ground dries a little, I need to get the tiller going. With it being so cold and that brush out there being dry like that, it wouldn't take much to set that on fire. I can't build no fires. I got a small pile I need to burn, but I'm about halfway scared. I guess I could get me some big tarp and put over it, and when it rains, jerk the tarps off of there and ignite it. Man, my nose is cold. Where you at, big boy? A big girl, whichever. As long as you got less than 3-inch antlers, you're good to go. If you got some size to you. I gotta be real picky today. It's like rolling dice. Never know what's gonna come up. There might be a Lee Evans incident here with this chair. I got it sitting on 2 2x4 stacked up. That's why I can't move around too much. You hear a big bang, that just liable to be me. Might fix me a bowl of cucumbers and tomatoes with some Italian dressing on with ranch. Put a little pinch of cheese on it to go with them ribs. I hope my problem ain't from lettuce, because I love my salads. It keeps me from eating so much in the evening. You know, I eat a salad every evening, and sometimes I eat it for lunch. I don't put croutons in. It's usually just lettuce, tomatoes, and cheese, and cucumber, and then I'll take some of them cheap Ritz crackers, probably about 7, crumble them up on top for a crouton. That's about all I put in my salad. But now, yeah. Funny you mentioned, I was sitting here thinking about cubed up deer meat, little pieces, seared in some butter, drained, throw it on top of a salad. Yeah, that sounds good. Two days ago, Air Run. Appreciate you coming in. I got a short on my channel of it. It's a little 8-point. That's why I was holding out. I even took and fried hot dogs and chopped them up and put them in a lettuce. If I didn't have no chicken bites or anything. Believe it or not, it's not too bad. Heard that, Rustic. Air Run didn't know I got one. It was down to the line on time, I can tell you that. I'll tell you what, I think they lied about the temperature, man. I was sitting out here the other day and I didn't see my breath. It must have got real cold. Huh. Rustic, he didn't even, he might have made it 40 yards. Time I got changed, I walked down off the bottom step, walked out there and seen which way he went. I went back out in my yard, went down a little bit and turned and come back into a clearing like where I was cleared it out. I found the blood trail and I shined the light to the right and there he was. Wow, 45 and then 32. I don't know what it is here. It's supposed to be 30s. If I looked at the right one. But I can tell you it's probably down in the low 20s. Or it sure feels like it. Yeah. The dog went nuts. I took her out there. She got on that and started sniffing, licking the snow. She'd take 5, 6 more steps, lick the snow again. Be honest with you, Air Run, I killed that 13-point. I didn't really get that excited over it because I've shot so many deer. It just, I don't know. I mean, I get excited when I see that it's the right one I want, but after that, I'm done. I got to get the excitement out of my system. You can't be that excited because that's usually what causes buck fever. It's being worked up so good. There's that little airplane again. I just wonder if them guys is doing their flights and, you know, they're taking people up in airplanes and stuff again. Yeah, that other 8-point come in last night. I watched him. I ain't seen him in probably 2 weeks, and it was the big 8. He was out here and he looked up on the hill. Next thing I know, he took off towards the field. He was a nice. He's a wide deer, real wide. I don't see nothing moving yet. I've been so cold I was shaking when I was about ready to pull the trigger. It was so cold out here in that pop-up blind I had. Whoa, that's it. Yep. Yeah, right now I'm looking for something over 13 points. That's my goal. I'd like to see Chrissy come out here and get that big 8 or that big 10. I'd like to see her get to 10. When she comes out here, that's just more meat for the freezer. Don't think she can't shoot. I taught her well. I gotta get a box of double alt buckshot, get my shotgun out here and set up for coyotes if I get the money to get that collar. Yeah, we don't need tags here. We land tag them. Anybody that owns land and resides on the property does not need no license. If I rented you a camper, February 2nd, if I rented you a camper and you reside on it, you wouldn't have to buy a license or anything. Your grandkids can hunt on your land. Coyotes keep it up, you ain't gonna have to worry about hunting no more. I know a guy got, I think he said it was 16 one night. I can't remember what was on his post. But he did good. I told him anytime he was over this way, feel free to stop. Yeah, I'd like to have some hats and be able to go to hats and bait rags and stuff when I go down to the gathering if I get to go. Yeah, that's right, Air. Yeah, I used to hunt all year for something. If I wasn't meat hunting, I was out there looking for roots to dig to make money, or I'd be going somewhere else doing something to make money, cutting wood or something. There's so many things you can do to make money. It's just nobody wants to work. just so easy. I mean, I can't work the system like that. I can't lie like them people do. And you know they gotta lie to get everything. And the ones that really need the help can't get it. That's the sad part. Seniors got to buy all their medications and everything. It takes away from their heat bill in the winter. Or, it takes away from anything, really. Yeah, hunting mushrooms. Yeah, there's a good spot up here. I ain't got to go for several years, so almost forgot what they look like. But I'm gonna go again now. Yeah, prices dropped on everything. Coon, coyote, they don't got no bounty on 'em. Coon ain't worth nothing unless you're eating it. That's the animal rights that done all that. I mean, it's bad. Oh, there's plenty of coyotes here. But I really don't know what happened to the daggone coon. I see movement, I think. What's that? Wind blowing. I might be seeing things, hallucinating. Bird might have flew into that bush over there and moved it. Probably getting real close to 6 now. Yeah, we run into some guys that was down here from Michigan. They said they don't sell them. They just take them back and give them to people. I don't buy that. Why drive 4 hours down here or 4.5 to get mushrooms to take back here and give away? It don't sound right. Or duck. Yeah, I eat them too. Chrissy likes them when you left overnight, then refry them again, make them crispy. Grandson loves them. He dips them in his egg. Yeah, I must have been hallucinating. It's the coffee. I think I drunk too much. Ever since I ate that deer meat, man, I've been wanting to rub my head against the wall and stuff, pawing at the floor with my foot. I don't know what's gotten into me. Oh man, it's probably about 6 o'clock now, ain't it? on, jacket, come on. This cup's cold. I ain't gonna pour no coffee. Yeah, it's 6:01. That's pretty much time to go. Ain't nothing gonna come in. Keep my hand up. Where'd my hat go? Oh boy. Whoops. Get the chair leg. I ain't sitting back down at that. Get that. Be a Lee Evans accident there. Oh. Get off my foot. Well, y'all, appreciate everybody coming in. Maybe if it warms up a little more, feel like it tomorrow, I'll be back at it. I just really don't know what happened. Only thing I can figure is this cold snap really got him. It's the only thing I can figure out. Lock up the window. Heater off. Yeah, like I said, I appreciate everybody coming in, man. Take care, God bless, and we'll see you on the next one.